In part 3 of Unit 10, we are looking at how to graph using slope-intercept form. So, just a reminder, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope, plus b and s, m is the slope, and b is the y-intercept. So, it says, identify the slope and y-intercept of the line with the given equation. Use the slope and y-intercept to graph the equation. So our first example, y equals 3x plus 2, is already in slope-intercept form. So I can go ahead and identify my slope is 3, the number in front of x. My y-intercept is 2, the constant, the number without the derivative. So when we are going to graph using slope-intercept form, there's 3 steps we have to follow. The first step is to put a point on the y-intercept. So the first thing we're going to do is put a point at 2. So I go to the y-intercept and I go up to 1, 2, put a point. So that's my first step. Put a point on the y-intercept. My second step is to use the slope to find the second point. So after I put my first point, I need to use the slope to find the second point. My slope is 3. You might want to rewrite that as 3 over 1, just so we have it rise over run. So from my y-intercept, I'm going to count up 3 and over 1 and put a point right there. Now when I do this, if I go up and to the right, I can always do the opposite as well, meaning I can go down 3 and 1 to the left and put a point there as well. So once I have those points, I can go ahead and graph my line. One thing to remember is that a line is continuous. So this right here would be a line segment. I need to continue it and put arrows on both sides to show that it's a line. Looking at number 2, first thing I need to do is identify the slope and the y-intercept. So for this one, my slope is -1/2. My y-intercept is +3. So going through my 3 steps, the first step is to put a point on the y-intercept. In this case, it's 3. So from the origin, I go up 3 and put a point. The next thing I need to do is use the slope to find a second point. So that's rise over run. So in this case, I need to go down 1, because it's -1, and over 2 to the right. If I go down to the right, I can also do the opposite. So I can go up 1 and 2 to the left and put a point there. Now, I just realized I didn't even write down the third step. The third step, which I talked about, though, is just to draw a line through the points. So I put a point on my y-intercept, I use the slope to find the second point, and now I can draw my line through it. Again, remember a line goes on and on forever, so I need to go through the points to put arrows on the end. Alright, let's move on to the next one. For number 3, if you look, it's not in slope-intercept form to begin with, so the first thing I need to do is move this into slope-intercept form. So I'm going to rewrite it over here just to give myself some room. Because again, my goal is to get it into y equals mx plus b form. So to do that, I need to add 2x to both sides. So on the left side, those will cancel, and I'll get y. On the right side, I'll have 2x, positive 2x, because I added, and then that negative comes down to 5, so I have -5. Now I'm in slope-intercept form. So I can identify my slope, which is 2 in this case, and my intercept, which is -5. Now I can go through my 3 steps to graph. So the first step, remember, is to put a point on my y-intercept, which in this case is -5. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my point is way down here at the bottom. And then I need to apply my slope. So my slope is 2, which we might want to write as 2 over 1 to remind ourselves Then you go up 2 and 1 to the right, and I can put a point. Now, if I want to put more points, I can just keep going and go up 2 and over 1 again, and then up 2 and over 1 again. Okay? Then I draw a line through this, put arrows on both sides. Alright, let's look at the last one. Okay, I'm going to erase some stuff so I can have some room. Okay, first thing I need to look and see is, am I in y equals mx plus b form? If you look at 4, I'm not in y equals mx plus b form, so I'm going to rewrite it. Negative 2y minus 4x equals 8, and then I need to move some stuff around to get it in the proper form. First thing I'm going to do is add 4x to both sides. It's minus 4x originally, so the opposite would be to then add. Those will cancel out. I'll have negative 2y. Again, I cannot stress this enough. 8 plus 4x is not 12x. I cannot put them together. So I have 4x, which is positive because I added it over, and the 8 was already positive. Now I need to continue to get y by itself, so I need to divide everything by negative 2. I always divide by the coefficient in front of the y. So those go away. I'll get y equals 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2x. 8 divided by negative 2 is negative 4. So now I'm in slope-intercept form. I need to identify my slope and y-intercept. My slope is the number in front of x, which is negative 2. Again, I might want to write that negative 2 over 1 since it's the slope. And then my y-intercept is negative 4. So now I can run through my 3 steps to graph this. I need to start by plotting a point at my y-intercept, which in this case is negative 4. So from the origin, we'll go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and put up a point. Next, I need to use my slope to make another point. My slope is negative 2 over 1. So negative 2 tells me to go down 2. 1 tells me to go 1 to the right. Again, if I want, I can keep going. Go down 2, go over 1. I can also do the opposite, up 2 and 1 to the left. So when I have points, I can draw a line through them, make sure it goes all the way through, make sure I have arrows on the end. Alright, just these 4 examples for part 3. Please make sure you ask any questions you have.